Hey, thank you for the video response. Watched it. I took a lot away from it. Wanted to comment back on a couple things. First, exercise for the sake of exercise is not something I like to do. There were times when I did do that because, like I said, it's really, if there are no activities around and you need to lose weight, then gosh darn it, you just have to exercise for exercise sake. I am not a fan. I do not like to exercise. I have never professed to enjoy exercise, nor do I believe there will ever come a time in my life when I actually like to exercise. Of course, this is what happens when you don't like to exercise. But yeah, like you, I think finding activities is important. My biggest struggle was I was in school. I graduated in December, so that's good. But I have children and I have a household and I have a full-time job and I have other commitments. So when, and the husband works a different shift than me. So I'm watching the kids during the week, and oh look, there's a really fun Zumba class that you'd like to try. Oh, I'm sorry, kids can't go. Or I never understood the idea of gyms where they want you to be healthy, they want to teach you to have a healthy lifestyle, but until your child is 15 years old, they have to sit in a side room. They're not allowed to exercise. It's like if I'm going to pay for family membership, which I would have to, then I want my kids to learn to work out too, or to learn to enjoy it, when I never had that. But when I was a kid, it was go outside, play, have fun, do this, do that, and we run through the woods for hours and hours, and that's how we stayed healthy. And then we also had farm work and everything else. So, but truly, I think you're right. Finding activities, and I like to run enough to do it. I prefer to do it if somebody else is around. I like to go running with somebody else. And my son actually started running a little and was getting into it before the end of summer. So hopefully this year coming he will still want to do it, because he'll be 13 this summer too. So he might not want to be seen running around the neighborhood with his chubby mama. I don't think he'd have a problem though. The other thing about color and culture, I think you bring up very valid points, but I'm not sure that that is my issue, or that's my problem. Even the work culture where I work, while I'm sure it's not as colorful or as it could be, it's not dreary. It's not brown. People are wearing a lot of colors, and they are having more fun with their clothing. Some people don't. Some people are more traditional with the suit and the tie, or the business, the blazer with the white blouse, which is definitely not me. I don't fit in culturally with how I dress at work anyway. I don't do the business suit. I usually wear brown on top, black slacks, and my tennis shoes. And I mean, all these women are walking, and I do. I just pop my tennis shoes on. I'm like, I'm sitting at my desk. I'm hauling computers around the lab. I don't need to be wearing heels. I don't wear the makeup thing. I don't add color to my face where everybody else, all other females, the men are pretty standard. It's just, they wear bright hair clips. This is what my hair looks like. So I don't know if it's work culture. I know when I was in college the first time around, it was in 94 to 97, my style of dress was still different than everybody else's. I went through my goth period, of course. When I entered the work world, it was like, okay, I know that I can't do this because, one, it's just against the business attire. But I don't want to do this, so I kind of came up with my own in-between in my own mind what worked for me. So it's never fit in since 97. 97 is when I entered the real world workforce. Um, so I don't think it's culture related, work culture or geographical, Midwest. So I'm in the Midwest. No, people are not as wild and crazy with their clothing, but they're not quite as drab as I am. I take it to a whole new level at work. Um, I do need to spice it up a little bit. Like I said, I got a little bit of color. Not actually, it's not color. Well, it is. It's deep purple, but it has a little bit of white in it, which I guess for me, it's not. I guess it's not color versus not color or dreary. It's literally bright versus dark. I always stay on the dark side. I don't wear prints. I don't, and people at work are all printed up, and sometimes I look at them like, oh my gosh, I would panic. My old where I used to sit was a couple rows over. It's like an ocean of cubes. Um, there are a couple people, and we had our own little joke because I would say, that's a really cute top. I wouldn't wear it, but it's a really cute top. And they thought, at first, it was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she said that. But then when they got to know me and they saw how I dressed, they realized that it was truly a compliment. While it is not something I personally would wear, I find it aesthetically pleasing on you. um, so yeah, no, I don't. I think I've thought about it. I mean, you gave me something to think about, and I sat and I don't think it's culture driven. I genuinely feel it is self-confidence coupled with general preference. What I find, I like to put color on things. I just not myself. I do need to work on that though, a little bit. So I just want to say thanks for the video response. And I gathered a couple ideas for exercise. Some people had left some comments for you. I read those. And then, yes, I do have the Wii Sport. I can't find the game that came with it, with the tennis and the boxing, although I know I have it. But we moved, so it's probably in a box down in the storage room or out in the garage. Guess I need to go look. Yeah. Thank you. Enjoy your night.